There's got to be a way to get this guy talking.
Otis, read my lips. Butt out. You're not at tech anymore. You're in a hospital and you won't get any brownie points for sticking your nose in where it's not wanted.
The world won't be a better place until I'm out of it.
What was this?
The kids are crying.
Because he's been discharged this afternoon.
They can't do that. The guy's no more schizophrenic than I am. There's nothing wrong with him. At least nothing medication's going to fix. If Rui is turfed out of here without the help he needs, he's going to die. And if you don't do something, Dr. Ropata, it'll be on your conscience. Believe it. If you discharge Rui, he'll die.
For an unregistered nurse wanting to get ahead, you've got a heck of a way of going about things.
I didn't say it. I couldn't live with myself.
Okay, you're the expert. What's the problem?
No, he's not schizophrenic.
Well, so you keep saying.
It's a spiritual thing. Maori.
A few cultural lessons at the tech doesn't make you an expert, Otis, and I'd be very careful how you chuck those phrases about.
I know, I'm sorry, but I'm sure of it. Rui spoke to me, but not about his injuries. He went on like it was his spirit that was sick.
As Waidua?
He said he was invisible, that he was from the dust. He thinks he's worthless. I think he's done something terrible.
Any idea what?
Something to do with kids. He said that children were crying while he stayed alive.
And now he's willing himself to die.
Illness of spirit.
Okay. It is possible.
So, drugs won't help, and if he's given the usual psych treatment, he'll die. You've got to help Dr. Ropata.
Come on, Lionel, I'm only asking you where you're going to meet Ronnie, not if you're going to marry her.
Well, I'm sorry, but my private life's private.
Lionel, when do we get to meet this vision of womanhood? He wants to keep his private life private.
Oh, the poor deluded boy.
Okay. I'm meeting her at Kennedy's. Are you happy now?
Kennedy's, eh?
I'm not staying.
Where are you going?
It's private.
Oh, of course.
You think I'm lying, don't you?
About what?
About Ronnie. You don't think she's real?
No, of course we do. We'd just like to see her, that's all. You know, give the thumbs up, be good blokes.
Well, if you're keen on being good blokes, all you have to do is leave me alone.
Hello. I thought you were at work.
Well, I got some spare time.
Oh, that's a turn up.
Well, Ruth has been devising some new systems.
Ah, yes.
And she's got some great ideas on cutting back on my workload. I've been talking to this business consultant.
Oh, for goodness sake, Laurie. What are you spending money on consultants for?
Oh, look, this guy's good. He's put me onto a top accountant.
I thought you'd like me to do your accounts.
Well, I can't be taking up your time on my bookkeeping.
I do it in my spare time, and I enjoy doing it.
I know, but that time's precious for both of us. With Ruth running things, we can relax. Have some fun.
It's true, it'll be good.
She's taken on a part-time manager, and that's really going to free me up.
Oh, look, you've always said you enjoyed managing the place.
No, that's true, I did, but I'm not getting any younger, you know.
Oh, rubbish.
There comes a time when you've got to take stock. And Ruth has made me see that.
You've been a great help to you.
Well, we've been through a lot, Ruth and I. And she knows me pretty well.
As I thought I did.
But you see me through rose-colored spectacles. I think it takes family to really point out your limitations.
Limitations?
Excuse me, Ruth, where did this theatre booking come from for tomorrow morning?
I popped it in so the theatre wasn't lying idle.
There's no such thing as idle around here. Why didn't you consult me?
I'm sorry, but Dr. McKenna agreed theatre time should be utilised to the maximum. Problem?
Yeah, there is. Organising extra nursing staff at short notice.
Marj can ring round and rustle up some nurses in no time.
I'll do it, but it'd be nice if you talked to me next time.
Certainly. It must be stressful for you taking on a management job when you're not used to it.
Kia ora, Rui. How you feeling? You know, I'm pretty good at fixing broken bones. You just grab this one, stick it with that one, wrap a bit of plaster around and wait. And that's all some patients need. But others are different. Like you. couple of broken bones don't mean nothing to you, huh, mate? You've got other problems. Where are you from? Your driver's license has got a Hamilton address on it. Are you Tainui? Hey, you gotta be from somewhere, mate. No Tainui koe?
Ai. Ngāti rau kawa.
Good. Good.
I know, I realise I haven't given you much notice, but we've had some unexpected admissions. Great. Get back to me then. What?
Open-mouthed in admiration. This is one amazing lady, bro, a born leader.
We'll take off your boss's hat and put on your party hat. Meet me at Kennedy's.
I'm sorry, I'm too busy.
Lionel will be there with his mystery woman.
Oh, take a Polaroid. I'm up to here.
Carmen, you're going away any minute and I'm not spending any time with you.
Look, I've got to get this sorted out before I go.
Go where?
Matron school.
Crash course in fascism.
Come on, guys. Stop bothering the lady. She's got to get on with running things. Make sure you salute.
Typical men can't stand to see a woman in charge.
Is Chris all right?
Yeah, seems fine.
No more complaints from patients?
No, he seems right on top of things. I don't know how he does it.
Just pretend you're from someone else.
Don't be silly. They're lovely. How's Minnie?
A bit shaken, but okay.
I feel terrible putting her through all this.
Hey, she's very resilient. In fact, she wants to have another think about her living arrangements.
Not much choice now. There'll be no living with me until the house is fixed up.
That's probably not on the cards. It's pretty much all gone, I'm afraid.
Everything? All our photos? Minnie's things?
They're just things, Ellen. They're not you and they're not Minnie.
It's like our life never existed.
You still exist. When I found out about the fire, I thought you might have died. I felt like it was my fault. God, Ellen, I couldn't stand it.
Don't blame yourself. It's not your fault.
I love you, Ellen.
I know.
That doesn't change anything, does it?
You can't change the past, Johnny.
G'day, Nick Harrison, Marj's friend. You bossed me and Rachel McKenna at a reception this morning.
Oh, yes.
So how's it going with your dad? Must be great having Marj around. Copious good grub, eh?
You've had some experience of Marj's cooking.
Not enough. She shot off and shacked up with a lorry.
You mean she was living with you?
Yeah, when Tom died. There was problems with the will or something. Couldn't afford her own place.
How long has she been a widow?
About a year.
So, she must have been happy when she met Dad.
Like winning lotto.
Indeed. And I suppose she'd like to get married again.
I reckon. Be great, eh? And Laurie would be mad to pass up cooking like that.
I've filled out the bank slip, so just give it to the teller.
Wow, paying the rent. It's responsibility, it's pressure.
Breathe deep, you can handle it.
When you've finished your domestic duties, how about we go out in search of some entertainment, minus the morals campaigner?
I thought you'd be laying off it tonight.
Oh, not you as well. I thought you'd left the advice column up to her.
I do.
So, are you a starter or not?
Nah, not tonight.
You've got a bar shift.
No, just feet up watching the telly, you know.
You're not playing footsie with the wet blanket, are you?
Take care, man. Okay. Just put that on my tab, eh?
Come on, Lionel. All we're doing here is taking an interest in your well-being.
Leave me alone.
If we just happened to be there at the same time as you, we could keep an eye out. Make sure she doesn't try anything.
Ram them with your trolley, Lionel. Okay. It's a public place. I can't keep you away. All I can say is you must have very small lives to behave so childishly.
Look, we're not even going to get in your eye line. What we got?
Oh, we won't even look at you. What, Ronnie?
The invisible builder.
Yes, she's a great find, that Ruth.
She's certainly very efficient at delegating.
Delegation is an art in itself, Carmen. Ruth understands this.
So, there you go, Nurse Roberts.
Is he talking about Laurie's, Ruth? Just been talking to her.
Well, that must have been enlightening.
She digs your cooking.
Did she say that?
I think she likes you, Marj. She asks all kinds of questions.
What sort of questions?
Why you were living with us, things about Laurie and I. So I filled her in, put in a good word. Anyway, I better go give these to Ellen. See ya.
I'd be very careful of that woman.
Do you think so?
Yeah, I wouldn't like her knowing my secrets.
Well, I must admit, I don't feel comfortable around her.
Have you talked to Laurie?
Well, I can't tell him that.
Why not?
Well, we've sort of drifted apart since she arrived.
Tell him. Tell him how you feel, otherwise it's going to get worse.
Michael, have you got a minute?
Sure.
Riwi Tomakingi, I want to run one or two things by you.
Oh, thought you weren't interested. Why the turnaround?
Well, I want to consider some other options, and I need time.
Well, he's been handed over to the psych team. Why the interest?
Well, I'm not sure if it is psychiatric. I want to bring someone in and get a second opinion.
Fair enough. Keep me up with the play, okay?
Sure.
Zeb us a muffin, will you, Cheryl? Banana if you've got it. You know, it's always interested me how people can say one thing and do the opposite.
I thought Guy was the analyst in the family.
No, I mean giving Greg the rent money. Was that some kind of test?
No, I trust him.
Last week, he was Satan personified, and this week, he's joined the heavenly choir.
Everyone has the ability to change.
Sure, but the guy's reputation precedes him. You don't think there's just a smidgen of a possibility you're being sucked in?
No, I don't. And I'd hardly call you a shining example of all that is good in a man.
Just trying to prevent a crisis.
Well, thank you very much. But next time, take a look at your own sordid life before you look for the dirt in others.
That looks nice.
Do you eat all day, Nick?
I stop when I'm visiting the sick.
Who was today's victim?
Minnie's mum took her some flowers.
Trying to make up for being so vile to Minnie.
I was being nice. Remember nice?
Is she okay?
Yeah, she's more worried about Minnie than herself.
You know, Nick, without actually doing anything, you might have managed to get rid of Minnie this time.
How?
Disasters have a habit of bringing families together.
True, so Minnie might actually go home. Well, when they find a new one, that is.
Then again, they might all stay at your place. That'd be nice, wouldn't it?
It's a bit sad, really.
Lionel's too nice a bloke to be stood on. Hey, Lionel, come on, don't be a wallflower. Come sit with your mates.
All she really wanted to know was how you were.
Yeah, but was she pleased to see you?
Sort of. She liked the flowers.
You know, I was thinking about what happened and how it's kind of like Tides of the Heart.
Oh, yes.
There was this really sad episode, but it was happy, you know? Raiden blamed Celeste for setting fire to Jack's houseboat, but really she'd done it. And it just made Jack and Celeste love each other more.
Minnie, that's a piece of fiction. We're dealing with facts here.
Facts are so boring.
I agree. I'd love to rewrite what's happened.
You can try.
The relationship between your mother and I is over.
Lionel, come on. No fun drinking alone, huh?
She'll be here in a minute.
You think maybe she got caught in an industrial accident?
Or maybe fell off a ladder.
Jammed in a joist?
Perhaps I should give her a ring, eh?
Well, that's that, I guess.
Yeah, we won't see him again tonight.
What's the bet? He tells us later that he met her outside and they went somewhere else.
Very probably.
So you don't think it's him who's doing all the work around the turtle?
Dunno.
Well, it looks professional.
Yeah, the boat hasn't sunk yet.
Well, maybe Ronnie exists.
Nah, more likely Ron. Big Westie bloke, muscles, tattoos.
Drives a ute, big fat tyres.
Big Doberman.
I knew it. I knew there'd be a good reason why she hasn't come.
She, doesn't exist.
Rosinante.
Got your message. You all right?
Yes, I'm fine.
Well, it sounded urgent.
No, it's not an emergency. I just wanted to chat, really. I mean, we live under the same roof, but I see you less often than when we didn't.
That's true. However, things could change. Ruth has got some ideas about cutting down at work.
Like what?
Well, like cutting back on some of the less commercial lines.
What lines?
Well, camellias.
But you love the camellias.
Well, apparently there's a bigger markup on flowering annuals.
Says who?
Says Ruth. And she's right. Camellias aren't going as well as they should. And they take up so much time.
Yeah, but they're your pride and joy. And now you're going to let them go just because she says so. I'm sure it's not what you want.
We can't always have what we want, Marj.
That's just an excuse for giving in.
Look, Ruth is a clever woman. She's right about the business. She's right about the camellias. She's right about everything.
Hope I haven't interrupted the cocoa making.
No, but if that's your drug, I'll make you one.
Just kidding. Got a beer? So, where's the little woman?
If you mean Jo, she's working.
You two seem quite palsy at the moment.
We're okay.
She blows hot and cold, eh? Mind you, most women are like that, wouldn't you say?
Certainly a mystery to me. But like this conversation, what's the point?
The point is, she's been insinuating things, and I am interested as to whether or not you have been passing on any information.
She's a nurse, you know, worried about people's health.
Well, you can tell her to stop worrying about mine.
I could, but she saw you pretty wasted last night. She's worried it's a permanent look.
One night?
Was it?
You are playing a dangerous game. You know, your own habits hardly bear up to examination.
I'm a lost cause, though. What about you? You thought about getting help?
I don't have a problem. Drugs or otherwise. No, maybe I do. Its name is Joanna Jordan. You can pass that on if you like.
I'd get a grip if I was you, Doc. Things are spinning out of control. And if they get much worse, well, you won't get any help from me. You understand?
Marj, sorry to be picky, but Ruth has devised a new system for patient complaints.
Oh, I bet she has.
Just fill the form in next time.
File. Night, Joe.
Dr. Ropata, anything I can do to help?
Dr. McKenna, meet Reverend Tony Solomon.
Dr. McKenna, tēnā koe. Tēnā koe.
The Reverend Solomon is the specialist I was telling you about that I wanted to bring in. If you'll excuse us.
Sure, sure.
Who's this Tane Solomon?
Well, it looks like Honey's decided to come back into the fold.
Oh, not before time.
Yeah, just so long as he doesn't go spinning off into left field.
Now, any news of poor Ellen?
What's so poor about Alan? Well, don't just stand there. Give me the goss.
A horse.
What, a racehorse?
No, Rosinante was Don Quixote's horse. You know, tilting at windmills and stuff.
The guy's having delusions. I don't think we should let him be wandering around like that.
Ah, he's a happy loony. Let him enjoy his fantasies.
Yeah, is that ethical?
Ethics, schmethics. I could do with a few fantasies myself at the moment. I'm about to be abandoned by the woman I love.
Well, for 2 weeks, you should be looking forward to the freedom.
I'm sharing my true feelings here. Man of the 90s stuff.
Yeah, well, that was last year. This year, you look for the beast within.
Well, you reckon?
I reckon.
Yeah, why not? Man alone, call of the wild kind of stuff.
Yeah, I am man, hear me roar.
Yeah, and now is the time to strike.
With you, brother?
Tonight, I stay at my place. Tonight, I sleep alone. Let's see how she likes that.
Erewe, Hone tells me you're not so good.
Well, like I said, I only fix bones.
Kei nui tātou. E te areke he hukraiti. E tini ngā tūroro I whakaorangi ai e koe tōna hongi tēnei au. E ata whainga nāu ki te hunga I kawe awe tūroro ki a koe. Koe ia mātou ka inu e tūnen ki a koe. Ki aroha ke tēnei tūroro ki te whakaora I ai. Nā tōu pai whakawhirina ki ai mātou ki a koe mea ai kia whakarongo mai koe ki a mātou inui. E takoto ana hoki I roto I te kupu. Te kraipi ture. E aroha koe ki te hunga ngā kaupono ana ki a koe. E te ariki. E he. Tohungia tēnei tūroro whakahokia mai ki te ora. Mā te atua. Mā te ariki mā hehu karaiti. Mā te wairua tapu. E whakarenea kia toa mai a tātou inui. Ake. Ake.
Amen.
Now you can leave the hospital looking respectable.
So my plan to get you to bring me back a good present worked. Oh, Grace, I feel like such a loser. Bust up my marriage and burnt the house down all within a month.
Enviable record.
It'll make a good chapter in my memoirs.
Well, you better come and stay with me, then I can keep an eye on you.
Well, that's not very practical. You haven't got a spare room.
Anyway, I want to hear about the trip. How was the conference? Was Milan wonderful?
So-so to the first and yes to the second.
And how did you get on with Dr. Fife?
We tolerated each other. Now, come on, open up the presents. I want to see if you approve of my taste.
Have you had a chance to talk to Laurie?
Oh, sort of.
And? Well, nothing I say can make any difference.
Oh, that woman is a menace.
She's got him making all sorts of changes to his life and the business. She's even got him to give up his camellias.
Oh, Marj, you can't be having that.
I know. But what can I do? Ruth's Laurie's daughter and he loves her. I can't interfere in that relationship.
But you've got a relationship with Laurie too. You've got to fight her.
Oh, I want to. But I'm so busy here. I mean, tonight I'll be late home. Too late to talk to him again.
It's never too late, Marj. It's your life and Laurie's part of it. This is not an issue you can wimp out on.
Oh, maybe he has gone troppo and jumped ship.
What is that?
Maybe that's Ronnie.
That's not Ronnie. That's Rosinante. She had a bit of an accident, but we patched her up, no worries.
Are we?
That's Ronnie.
Hi, guys.
Laurie, are you awake?
Laurie, it's me, Marj. I need to talk to you. Laurie, wake up. It's important.
Just what do you think you're doing, Mrs. Nielsen?
Is it you or is it me? Lately I've been lost, it seems. I think the change is what I need. If I'm looking for a chance or a dream, Shortland Street. Taking time to hold my place. Yesterday's another race, just living for the times we've seen. When the writing on the wall says I'll be Shortland Street. If you want to find a way of searching for another world, it's hard to see Shortland Street.